Welcome back, everybody, to Limbus Company. I am me, my good friend Hunter.
Hello.
And we're gonna start CANTO 3.5, the other new thingy. Chicken, apparently.
Hell's Chicken.
Apparently. With some jamming ass music.
Groovin'.
Oh, wow. Cool. While we were gone, I did the daily one draws, and I did get, I can't change it from here. I did get, this 3-star Ryoshu, and, we're not gonna use it. And that's that.
Yep, that's the whole story. Maybe one day.
Maybe. Probably not.
다들 내리시죠. 여기서 다음 임무를 위한 의뢰인을 만나기로 했습니다.
못 봐주겠고. 이젠 하다하다 심부름꾼 마냥 의뢰까지 받는 거야?
Man, imagine like making that complaint like, oh, we're fucking errand boys. And you're told, yeah, we're going to the fucking chicken restaurant over there.
어? 저긴 뭐 하는 곳이지? 유난히 줄 서 있는 사람들이 많네.
이 짜릿한 향기를 모르겠어? 치킨이잖아. 그래. 그것도 비싼 오일로 바삭하게 튀긴.
K사에서 요새 대유행 중인 보살 치킨을 모르다니.
Hello,
아직
random
K사는
man.
헛돌아다니신 모양이군요.
A man with a fastidious impression suddenly cut in on the sinner's conversation, as if he belonged to our group.
보살 치킨. 그게 무엇인가요?
What is that?
답변 드립니다.
Esta?
보살 치킨이란 다리 6개, 날개가 8개 달린 맛도 양도 보살이라고
Six-legged,
명성이 자자한
eight-winged
치킨가게죠.
poultry.
Did he fucking stutter?
취향이 무엇이든 맞춰드립니다. 육질이 좋은 육감 치킨, 살이 유독 많은 퉁퉁 치킨, 살이 쫄깃한 질겅 치킨. 자, 뭘 원하십니까?
Al dente chicken.
언젠가.
Why are you just randomly bringing this up?
웬일이래? 요즘 소식엔 누구보다도 둔할 것 같은 우리 이상 씨가?
그래서 넌 뭔데? 함부로 남 이야기에 끼어드는 꼬라지를 보니까 우리가 누구인지 제대로 모르는 모양이네.
우리가 그래서 누군데요?
Can you even explain that?
가게 앞을 돌아다니고 있는 저건 무엇일까요? 썩 정상으로 보이진 않는데 말이죠.
Oh my god, the chickens, they've mutated. Turning around, I spotted a rather strange-looking people with just as strange behavior. Isn't that K-Corps staff? What are they doing?
얼굴에 알 수 없는 가면을 뒤집어 쓰고 있는 자들이 보인다.
마스코트 뭐 그런 거 아닐까요? 자세히 보면 꽤 귀엽게 생겼을 것 같기도 해요.
그 마스코트를 보고 손님들이 소리를 지르면서 도망가는데요.
좀 미심쩍지만 그냥 가만히 있자.
You know what, guys? Virgilius has got really mad at us for sticking our nose into things like 4 times already. Maybe just this once we just kind of let that be.
Maybe it's just not our business.
Huh?
그렇네요. 딱히 다가오지는 않는군요.
They're not approaching us necessarily.
그 길가에 있는 돌멩이는 갑자기 왜 줍는 거지? 응? 정체불명의 양반?
Rock. Oh. Oh, chicken man. Fucking head hugger. Or face, what, head crab, that's what it's, head crab.
Head crab chicken.
Head chicken. What in the world did you do? Hit by the rock, it started looking around. Then it began to slowly shamble in our direction.
어이쿠, 실수였습니다. 이걸 어쩌죠?
뻔뻔하네. 정확히 머리를 후려버렸잖아.
우와, 자세도 상당히 안정적이었어요.
감사합니다. 과거의
I'm slowly approaching the 448 dread spot.
그럼 그대로 대가리째 홈런을 쳐주지.
Slowly.
기다려.
다가오는 속도가 빨라지고 있습니다. 제 머리를 홈런시키기 전에 저것부터 해결해야 할 것 같은데요.
As Ryoshu fiercely reached for her sheath, those things came right for us.
단말이네요.
Thank you, Vass.
달기네. 그것도 생달기네요.
하늘 품은 달기 지옥에서부터 기어나온 것 같은 모습이구만.
This is someone's fear.
It's someone's fear.
그 지난번에
I mean, to be fair, I feel like if most people saw like a fucking chicken corpse piloting someone else's corpse, they'd probably be scared about that.
이젠
Or
그런
piloting
거에
someone
안
else
놀라요.
alive.
Either way.
결국 그것마저 로자 씨가 가져가서 남김없이 드셨어요.
이렇게 된 거 싸우는 수밖에 별다른 수가 없겠고.
Isn't that convenient for you, random green guy? On air, reporter man. Oh, I thought for some I didn't realize he moved. I thought like Dante for once in his life like took a proactive action and took the PDA from him.
No, they're
No,
not
that'd
that.
be Dante being proactive.
They don't do that.
So why is this guy taking cover behind me then? Before I could complain further, the chicken-headed crowd attacked us. What an interesting model. Confused K-core checkpoint security. At the start of the turn, heal HP. I mean, that's just what they had before. Just the names are different now.
대갚아주마.
끝내. 전소하리.
Goddamn! Wow, you saying you actually do something not resistant to your damage type. What a concept.
Unfathomable, really.
Unfathomable.
그들어지게.
틈을 끊어.
Big slam! Another slam! And another one! Mama booey!
다 죽어라.
This just ain't what you want to see when you're staggered and overwhelmed insanity, bro. You don't want to see this!
불길 속으로.
Bye.
이제 깨우치시길.
Faust's sword is so fucking big.
자, 급한 볼일은 끝났으니까 본론으로 들어가자고. 아직 신원도 파악되지 않은 안경 양반.
Friendly four-eyed stranger.
반론합니다. 그 호칭은 같은 안경 동지로서 섭섭하군요.
아하, 그런 건가? 미안하게 됐수다.
신원 같은 기본적인 인적 사항은 사망 신고를 할 때도 쉽게 파악이 가능하다.
Thanks, Bristow.
제 소개를 미처 드리지 못했군요. 명함 받으시죠? 3조라고 합니다.
Samjo, I can't wait for you to die in some chicken-related incident at the end of this interlude. Disregarding the growing hostility surrounding him, the man handed us his card straight away.
K사 식량 자원 계량부의 연구소 소속? 그럴 듯한 단어만 잔뜩 써주면 너무
You
줄
think
알았냐?
big fancy words will work on me? I'm too dumb!
물론이죠. 납득과 설명은 제 전문입니다. 그러니 진정하고 잘 들으세요. 아까의
He's got my
전투에서
vote.
당신들의 모습을 매우
You
인상
feel like
깊게
Heathcliff
보았습니다.
would just like defer to Faust on most of this stuff, but his person I wouldn't allow that.
특히 눈앞에서 동료가 죽어가는 광경에도 아랑곳하지 않고 적들을 후드려 패던 모습 말입니다. 심지어 몇몇 동료분은 손가락질을 하며 비웃기도 하더군요.
Yeah.
발목을 잡는 자들이라면 아군이고 뭐고 개의치 않아야 한다.
Otis replied to his remark with a look full of pride, even though it didn't sound close to a compliment at all.
여러분들도 보시다시피 이 가게 앞을 점령 중인 정체불명의 닭들로 인해 피해가 이만저만이 아닙니다.
근데
사장님도 몸져 누워 계시다가 방금 막 일어나셨죠.
Another man with a haggard face tottered to us, making somewhat apparent that Samjo wasn't lying, but the restaurant's owner falling ill with worry.
말씀하시면 됩니다.
그러니까 우리 치킨집은 몇 달 전 은봉이네 호프집이라는 닭집에 맞은편에 오픈하였습니다. 저희 체인점의 우수한 혈통의 닭을 사용한 맛과 푸짐한 양으로 인해 은봉이네 호프집의 손님들까지 모두 저희 가게로 넘어온 건 당연한 수순이었죠. 그런데 은봉이네 호프집의 주인이 그 사실에 충격을 먹었던 건지 다 같이 망해보자는 마음인지 돌연 기행을 일삼는 것이 아니겠습니까?
아니 뭐 그 경쟁업소에서 견제 좀 할 수도 있는 거 아니겠어?
What is Virgilius doing while all this is going on? Is he just like on the bus chilling with Charon?
Different, more important business.
As if to attest the restaurant owner's woes, screams echoed from the other side of the street.
저게 뭐야?
As the supposed owner of Yunbong's swung his arm while muttering something, the chickens responded in unison. The raw chickens jumped at people.
뭐죠? 닭을 지휘하는 건가요?
보통 기행이 아니었군. 아, 얼마나 앙심을 품면 사람이 저렇게 되지?
생체 개조라도 한 것 같은 생닭들이 가게에 무단 침입을 하면서 기물을 파손하지 않나? 보신 것처럼 이젠 닭들을
This just
사람들까지
happening
생겨나고
behind
있어요.
him.
이대로 가다가는 가게에 크나큰 경제적 손실이 생길 겁니다.
Think of the shareholders.
이상 눈물 나는 이야기였습니다. 여러분이 나서서 이 사건을 해결해 주실 수 있겠습니까?
That ruffled your feathers, huh, Yusong?
아무리 그래도 우린 치킨집 의뢰 같은 건 안 받는데.
평생 이용권.
Lifetime of free chicken.
의뢰를 해결해 드리면 이 매장을 평생 이용할 수 있는 파격적인 혜택을 드리도록 하죠.
평생 이용권이요? 우리 체인점에 그런 게 있는...
시식용 치킨도 몇 개 준비해 왔습니다.
예?
Samjo personally distributed pieces of fried chicken that he suddenly had his hands on.
자, 질서 있게 한 줄로 서서 받으세요. 닭의 유명 혈통별로도 종류가 있으니 취향껏 골라보시고요.
This is so weird. I know
부위의 맛이 다르고 향도 풍부하다고 하죠.
한 가지만만 골라야 하는 것이요? 다 맛있어 보이는데.
다른 맛은 미래를 위한 기대감으로 남겨두는 것은 어떻습니까? 평생 이용권이 있다면 모두 해결될 고민일 텐데요.
오,
Persuasive.
참
Persuasive.
반박할 수 없는
Yeah,
말이군.
for Don Quixote, yeah. But to be fair, she probably would have done this without being offered anything. It seems Samjo has won the hearts of most listeners with his compelling words and fine poultry samples.
어쩌시겠습니까?
This might be the first time I've seen Heathcliff go quiet at someone's words.
그거 나쁘지 않은 의뢰군.
저기요. 우리는 황금 닭다리가 아니라 황금 가지를 찾는 게 목적
Since half
아니었어요?
the, this is like 80% of the sitters fucking go crazy over chicken, as we saw in the kebab episode ending last time.
못 들었어? 바삭한 닭을 평생 먹게 해준다잖아.
개수 제한은 없는 거지? 그냥 끝없이 주는 거지? 포장도 되는 거고? 이러고 있으니까 옛날 생각난다. 알 사람 있으려나 모르겠네. 햄햄팡팡에서 파는 갓 튀긴 치킨도 진짜 맛있었는데.
난 알아. 어쩌다 돈이 생기는
Have
날에
a cheeky one of the lads.
외식하러 가기도 했지.
파우스트 씨, 빨리 말해주세요. 무슨 사칙이나 조항 같은 거 있을 거 아니에요.
No such thing exists. Faust was deep in thought by her lonesome.
그러죠. 의뢰를 수락하겠어요.
예?
This might also be the first time I've seen Ishmael taken aback to this extent.
아니, 파우스트 씨, 혹시 정신이 잠깐 나가신 거예요?
이스마일, 아무리 그래도 말은 가렸어 좀.
글쎄요. 파우스트는 대체로 정신이 나가 있는 편이니까.
오랜만에 다 같이 마음이 좀 통하네. 어?
Faust, are you serious? You're taking a request over free chicken?
정확히 말하자면 뒤틀림 현상의 해결이죠, 단테.
Okay. Distortion phenomenon?
뒤틀림이라 그게 뭔가요?
명확히 모르는 이들이 많을 겁니다. 도시 곳곳에서 발생하고 있지만 대중적으로 공표된 적은 없으니까요.
통상적으로 인간이라 부를 수 없는 형태로 변하는 형상이라고 알고 있다. 원인은 불명, 형태도 제각각이었지.
설명만 들어서는 모르겠네요. 환상체 같은 건가?
아니, 그들은 환상체랑은 다르게 알로 변하지 않는다. 완전히 숨이 끊어지기도 하지. 전에 몇 번 본 적도 있었다.
회사 내부에는 뒤틀림 현상 자문 해결사가 속해 있는 부서인 LCD가 존재해요.
작은 규모의 부서이긴 하지만 그만큼 눈여겨보고 있는 현상이라는 뜻이죠.
Okay. So the owner of Yunbong has turned into one of those distortion things?
맞아요. 사람이 단순히 미쳐버린 것만으로는 생닭들을 갑자기 진두지휘할 수는 없으니까요.
Speak for yourself.
I see. Speak for yourself, Mouse.
호스트 씨가 잠깐 헷가닥 하신 줄 알고 제가 직접 나서서 정신을 차리게 해야 하나 싶었잖아요.
왜 방금까지 메이스를 꽉 쥐고 있었던 거지, 이스마일?
옳소. 사상자가 생기기 전에 우리가 나서야지 않겠어? 입에 소스 묻었다 꼬맹이.
I watched his radio wipe Don Quixote's mouth
그럼
clean.
의뢰를 수락한 걸로 알고 연락을 기다리고 있겠습니다.
I enjoy how Radio cares for like everybody in the group but Heathcliff.
부끄럽지 않았습니다.
Rhodia seems to mother most of the sinners, except for like Greg and Heath.
No, she mothers, or maybe not mothers, but as much big sisters Greg. But like everyone but Heathcliff and Ryoshi, I feel like.
돈 벌러 가자.
배가 파주마.
끝내.
Get him. Do all the damages. Oh, the damager. I need to get a better, like, fifth person, since, like, Radio just kind of was like, yeah, she's the best one I have.
화격검.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸네.
이제 깨우치시길.
자, 한 건 했고.
화격검.
Kill them, boys! We need to find out more about this chicken man.
타오르시게.
가자.
How's your day been, Hunter?
Not bad.
Good.
Very I'd say chill for the most part.
God, whenever we do Night Rain, I'm gonna be so bad at it, though.
That's perfectly fine.
Like, I haven't played Elden Ring. Like, I played it for maybe an hour when the expansion came out, and then before that, basically like the month of release.
You didn't complete the DLC?
I did not.
Damn.
I just didn't feel like, I don't know, like a desire. Like, it's good. I just didn't feel a desire to like, go through it with my heavy weapon Anga character with like, I think still 20 vigor. Thanks, Faust. 44% damage. Wow. Yeah, I don't really have anybody else, right? At least I don't have anybody else that like actually synergize with the team in any way. Because everybody else I have is just like fairly random or parts of like another team comp. Or it's like, you know, one person getting poise is neat. I guess that is crit, but without like all the because those other guys are like, actually, wait, this doesn't do poise. Yeah, whatever. I got them.
정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
I don't really need to worry about it until it becomes an issue. What are we supposed to do to resolve a distortion? Just hit him with a stick?
간단해요.
Mouse seemed to have a habit of prefacing her expositions with a disclaimer about their simplicity.
뒤틀림이 생긴 이의 마음을 열게 하면 될 겁니다. 경계를 풀고 스스로 마음을 내보일 수 있도록 말이죠.
그렇군. 견갑골을 꺼내야
The scapula.
아니면 복장뼈?
속을 직접 내보이는 방법이라 그 방식도 흥미롭군요.
First off, we probably should visit that Unbang's place and figure something out.
아, 생닭들이 돌아다니고 있어요. 위생에 좋지 않을 텐데.
But we're not gonna eat it, Sinclair. We're gonna hit it with a stick. They look like the things that were on those people's heads earlier. I don't know what they are, but we shouldn't get too close to. Unfortunately, I had forgotten that around 80% of the sinners valued my suggestions less than the cooing of a random pigeon on the roadside.
그래서 이 닭들을 족치면 그 집에서 치킨을 평생 먹을 수 있다는 거지?
귀엽군. 모서리다.
I get it. That would have sliced them all bare.
끄덕.
Provoked the raw chickens leapt into the air.
히스클리프 씨!
Heathcliff's face was then devoured by one of them. Good job, Heathcliff. Heathcliff? Heathcliff stood in silence with the raw chicken adorning his head. It was quite a sight, much to my terror.
전 지금 히스클리프 씨 쪽이 더 괜찮은 것 같은데요. 지성적으로 보이잖아요.
어떻게 단테? 빨리 시계 돌려.
But nothing will stop me from rewinding here. But the problem is, what if my head turns into a chicken while the clock's working?
그게 그거라뇨.
시계 대가리나 닭 대가리나 무슨 차이가 있다고 유난인지 모르겠고.
I feel like there is a difference there. Looks like Sinclair was the only one actually worried about Heathcliff.
히스클리프 씨, 괜찮으세요?
있지. 분리가 안 되면 이대로 우리 마스코트로 써먹어 보는 건 어때?
What's the deal with you and mascots anyway?
저걸 보시오. 히스클리프 씨가 다른 닭들과 대화를 나누고 있어.
수다쟁이가 되었네요, 히스클리프 씨.
히스클리프 씨가 대화를 한다기보단 얼굴에 씌워져 있는 저 닭이 히스클리프 씨의 몸을 빌려서 말하는 것 같군요.
나도 실수. 히스클리프 씨와 나중에 타오르는 석양의 해결사들 코스프레를 같이 하고 싶었단 말이오. 생닭머리를 해가지고선 그 코스튬을 해봤자 저대로는 비웃음만 당할 것이오.
Have you talked to him about this, or is this just a thing you want to do at some point? Because I don't
He
think
will cosplay.
To avoid the gathering crowd, we shoved Heathcliff into the interior of Unbog's barn fires and followed him behind him.
이 닭대가리 도저히 못 봐주겠군. 정신이 바짝 돌아오도록 만들어주지.
I'll just grab the raw chicken on Heathcliff's head with one hand and began to slap it ruthlessly with her spear. Furiously.
타격 소리가 적군의 포로를 심문할 때의 세기와 유사했다.
정신 차릴 기색이 보이지 않는다. 어쩔 수 없겠어. 닭머리를 통째로 뽑아내겠다.
그렇게 막 무 뽑듯이 뽑아도 되는 거야? 그러다가 얼굴 가죽이라도 벗겨지면 어떡해?
답답하군. 설사 얼굴 가죽이 벗겨져도 관리자님이 계시니까 괜찮은 거다.
No, seriously, it's really not fine for me, honestly. I don't want to feel my face be ripped off. But her opposition, Aldous began jostling the chicken with all her might. I heard something tear. It didn't actually come off, did it? Huh.
정신이 드나?
이번에 왜 이상한 국물이?
히스, 계속 이상한 말들을 중얼거리면서 닭들이랑 진지하게 대화를 나눴어.
그러고 보니 뭔가 대화가 머릿속에 들어왔던 것 같기도 한데 뭐라더라? 무슨 레시피를 잃어버렸다고 했는데
Not the chicken
손님을
recipe.
모이게 하는 비장의 요리법이었는데 그게 없어진 이후론 손님이 발길을 뚝 끊어서 그 후론 주인님이 갑자기 이상해지더니 우리들을 감염시키고
지금 닭들이랑 우리라고 한 거예요?
젠장 아직까지도 닭도리들의 영향이 혼란스럽군.
쟤네 이름이 닭돌이였나요?
If the distortion happened because he lost his recipe, then maybe we can somehow recreate it for him?
얼추 근접한 답안에 도달해낸 것 같군요. 뒤틀림에 대해 밝혀진 건 많이 없지만 선악, 아니 마음이 산산이 허물어졌을 때 발생한다고 알려져 있죠.
Sounds like you just pivot away from good and evil because that person will get too long for you to bother.
가령 홍루 씨가 도시를 살아가면서 절대 변하지 않을 거라고 확신했던 믿음이 있었을 거예요. 혹은 삶을 지탱하고 있던 희망이라 불리는 무언가가 있었을 수도 있겠죠.
Oh, I do have one of those!
그게 한순간에 무너졌다면, 나를 놓아버리게 될 정도로 커다란 충격을 받는다면 마음이 허물어지겠죠.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
I can see it happen.
뭐
If I was suddenly
잘난
poor,
도련님 인생에서
huh?
일어난 대단한 충격이라 봤자 용돈 뺏기는 거 아니겠어?
용돈은 받은 적도 없었던걸요? 원할 때마다 쓸 수 있었는데 굳이 받을 필요는 없잖아요.
뭐야? 그럼 뭐였는데?
알고 있다고 생각했는데 지금은 떠오르지 않네요.
즉, 정리를 해드리자면 뒤틀림은 발생자만 알 수 있는 원인 모를 심리적 충격으로 인해 벌어진 현상, 단단히 마음의 벽을 쌓아올린 상태라고 말할 수 있죠. 이 벽을 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식을 통해서 허물어야 합니다.
여기서 뒤틀림이
I
원하는
enjoy just finding out more and more about just brand new things that make this world even shittier.
No, it's all really great.
Gregor took a confident step forward after saying that.
전쟁통에서 남은 음식을 모아
If you just have one really bad day, shit can go wrong.
트라우마에 시달리던 군인들도 전부 감동의 눈물 흘리며 다 같이 퍼먹었어. 방금 누가 콧김 소리를 냈던 것 같은데 내가 잘못 들은 거겠지?
웃기는군. 벌털 주제에 어디서 요리를 운운하는 거지?
와, 그레고르 씨가 가게를 차린다면 집게 사장이 되는 거네요.
Big meaty claws.
료슈, 그거 벌레 털보라는 뜻이었지. 아이, 그래도 뭔가 집게 사장이라는 호칭은 마음에 드는군. 아이, 갑자기 머리가.
요리는 말이지. 혀, 그리고 거미시키는 대로 하는 것이다. 전쟁통에서 마구잡이로 해먹은 음식을 진정 요리라고 부를 가치가 있는가?
오, 방금 명대사 나왔어.
심지어 료슈 씨가 줄여 말하지도 않았어요.
있어 보이는 말이긴 하지만 저자한테서 들으니까 기분이 거시기하군. 아니 그런데 요리는 해본 적
Oh, the
없나?
fucking chef off.
당연. 시답지 않은 이놈이 상상조차 할 수 없는 경지의 요리를 해봤지.
아니 이거 점점 열받네.
그럼
Yes, Radia. Antagonize.
아 갑자기
Stir the pot.
재밌잖아.
그리고 자연스럽게 료슈 편에 선 이유는?
그래, 우린 그동안 너무 가까웠어. 오늘만큼은 벽을 좀 더 보자고.
Heathcliff, having shaken off the dizziness, walked to Gregor's side.
그러니까 저 자식을 박살내면 이긴다 이거지?
응? 아니 박살내는 게 아니라
설마 부하들에게 통조림을 먹였다는 말인가? 군인의 수치구나. 참고로 난 즉석식품파다.
Thanks, Otis.
그냥 입맛이 다른 것 뿐이잖아.
유치하네요 정말. 이런 걸로 편가르기나 하고 싶어요.
그래서 이수는 어느 쪽이야? 만약에 수감자 음식 담당자를 그렉이나 류슈 중에 꼭 한 명 선택해야 한다면 말이야.
수작 부리지 마. 이스마의 저 친구는 초반부터 나랑 생각이 좀 통했던 사이라고.
Chicken. How you doing, Uncle? We're in the old good old chicken arc now, humble uncle. It's about Gregor's confidence, Ishmael's face and posture betrayed a sense of awkwardness. How's it been, man?
Ismael?
Man, Gregor is really not getting a lot of support. To be fair, I'd also prefer, I think Ryoshi would cook better than he would. To be fair.
Downright rude. Believe in my boy.
I think Ryoshi would cook better than Gregor.
그레고르 씨의 통조림 음식은 소시적에 배 위에서 지긋지긋.
Because I feel like with Ryoshi, if she volunteered to do anything, she'd be good at whatever that thing is.
왜 눈을 못 마주치는 거야, 이스마엘?
Why is nobody on my side? Except for Heathcliff. Ishmael took a few sluggish steps backward and sat next to Ryoshi. Her eyes never looked up to meet Gregor. Oh, betrayed. Even though there wasn't much rapport to begin with, I could hear what little trusting bond existed between the two fall apart. Don Quixote had glued herself to Gregor's back before I noticed. Her face was off color. Yeah, it's like I got a purple for some reason.
사실 이전에 버스에서 닭꼬치를 먹을 때 나 보고 말았어. 저자가 무슨 짓을 했는지.
She put ketchup on it.
닭꼬치 뭘 했는데?
그거는 참아 입에 담을 수조차 없어.
아, 이런. 그걸 보고 만 건가? 닭꼬치의 궁극적인 맛을 내기 위한 나만의 비법이었지.
Don Quixote shuddered violently. Soon enough, Hong Lu went to Gregor's side with a spark on his eyes.
살면서 애완동물 사료 같은 음식들도 한 번쯤은 먹어봐야 하지 않겠어요? 전 그레고르 씨를 응원할게요.
Wait, Hong Lu, that's not
the support he's looking for.
I want to taste pet food for once. I support Gregory in this.
그래, 그거 참 고마워, 홍루.
We have such a good team. Hong Lu stood behind Gregor, wearing a kind smile on his face.
파우스트, 당신이야말로 누구보다 합리적인 선택을 할 수 있겠지?
글쎄요. 파우스트는 종종 모험을 즐기기도 하죠.
I feel like this is the most damning evidence of all of it that Ryoshi's a better cook.
Faust with multiversal knowledge.
I feel like that's the most damning evidence. That's not right there. That's the most damning evidence. With that profound remark, Faust took her place behind Ryoshi.
이해가 안 돼요. 왜 이렇게 저희끼리 편을 나누는 거예요?
Because we're having fun, Sinclair.
어이,
No fun allowed.
말 늦이다. 살아남을 길을 고르든가. 아니,
그딴 태평한 말을 하기에는 늦었다는 건가요? 그럼
Sinclair, you might be linked to Ryoshi on a spiritual level at this point. I don't know how you figured out each one of her things. Ryoshi's ruthless remark made Sinclair trudge to her side.
아니, 협박으로 데려가는 게 어디 있어? 반칙이잖아.
It's cheating.
나는 선택하지 않겠어.
저건 필요 없어. 가져.
Don't need that. You take it.
Yuseg was placed on Gregor's team without him moving a muscle. Merceau, no! He only joined to balance out the sides.
메르소? 사실 좀 감동받았어.
Especially with Gregor saying this, Merceau's gonna say something. I want it to be equal.
다가와줘서 난
그저 적은 인원수가 있는 곳으로 가는 편이 올바른 균형이라고 생각했다.
Told you. I know my boy Merceau, Hunter.
Hey, I didn't gainsay that.
I know my boy. Someone proclaimed they saw tears open Gregor's eyes at that moment. Dude, imagine being Gregor. Two of the 5 people supporting you are not supporting you because they think you'll make better food.
But it is support of a kind.
Well, because I think Heathcliff is only on Gregor's side because Heathcliff hates Ryoshu. I think the only one who truly believes in Gregor is Don Quixote.
Don Quixote is ride or die.
I think Don Quixote is the only one on Gregor's side who truly thinks Gregor can cook better than Ryoshu. Because Heathcliff is on Gregor's side because he hates Ryoshu. Yi Song is there because Ryoshu didn't want him. Merceau is there so that it's a fair amount of support, and Rich Boy is there because he thinks fucking Gregor will make pet food. Only Don Quixote believes in him. With the teams decided, we enter the kitchen of Yunbong's looking for a suitable place to cook. It had become a long-neglected mess with traces of foul rampage. However, Ryoshu and Gregor kicked stray plates and utensils out of their way like it was none of their business, and then took their spots. Hang on, are we allowed to do this in someone else's restaurant?
어망직식 따위 알게 뭐야?
어차피 망하기 직전의 식당이라고요?
아, 그래. 우리는 뒤틀림을 해결하는 게 목표라며.
An angered flock of chickens fluttered to intimidate the sudden intruders, but much to their dismay,
방해하면 다 베어버린다.
you guys look more in sync now. Okay, while this battle is going, I'm gonna quickly fix my VPN so that my chat isn't disconnected.
다 죽어라. 끝내. 전소하리.
Okay, everything should be good now. This is such overkill. We don't need this. But this is also the unchosen one, so I don't think I can actually like change it really.
불길 속으로. 흐드러지게.
이제 깨우치시게.
Keep killing, boys. You gotta kill the chicken. Alright, cool. My chat won't be disconnecting every 2 seconds now, so that's good. I should really stop forgetting that I have to do that before I start stream. But it's very easy to forget about. Hopefully. No, not the chicken crab!
다 죽어라.
How's your day been so far, Uncle? Well, we watch them kill chickens for the required fight in a story mission.
불길 속으로.
무용하군요.
Decent enough to be able to go back to fight old grandma again.
좋아.
Old grandma.
Old grandma means nothing to me. Probably means something to her.
나가나지 못 이제 깨우치시게.
I'm slowly approaching 448, where I've been told by many viewers I won't be able to just auto win my way to victory anymore. Ryoshu and Gregor radiate a burning viciousness. Is this murderous aura supposed to be part of the culinary experience?
그딴 레시피 따위. 어차피 깡통 요리 중 하나 아닌가?
생존 요리로 이길 레시피는 없지.
어이 노랭이, 닭 가져와.
네? 네.
Champagne hair? Because it's yellow?
이상 씨, 미안하지만 이 통조림을 좀 따주겠어?
그리하겠소.
The sights and sounds filling the kitchen seem to at least somewhat proper. I can hear knives hitting the cutting boards, broth boiling up in the pots, and fire sizzling on cigarettes. Ah! Why are you smoking in the kitchen? Because they're both smokers. The two remain silent. Of course, as expected, the sound of a cigarette being snuffed out only came from Gregor's side.
앞에 나선 보람이 있었구려. 그 어느 때보다 뜨겁게 타올랐어. 이 건법도 제법 손에 익은 듯하오.
돈 벌러 가자.
불가 위약 막아내지 못하리.
흐드러지게 타오르시게.
좋아.
Keep killing boys. We have many things to do.
무용하군요.
좋아.
흐드러지게.
I saw the AKA Bongi, and I thought they all had unique names for a moment, but no, they're all Bongi.
They are all bongi.
Faust, you're not supposed to lose clashes.
Faust got bongied.
불가 위약 막아내지 못하리. 무용하군요. 이제 깨우치시길.
Gotta work. I could tell you dealt a hard blow when that chicken exploded.
이제 깨우치시길.
Stop losing fucking clashes, Merceau. You're better than this.
전소 타오르시게. 화격검.
되갚았습니다.
Merceau needs some motivation.
앞에 나선 보람이 있었고.
Dude, like fucking Faust lost like 3 clashes or something.
이 건법도 제법 손에 익은.
How dare she?
Agreed. Or fucking I'm same about lunacy for the new banner.
Runashi.
Runashi. Gonna definitely get the new Ishmael in the first 2 10 draws, and I'm gonna definitely not ever use her. Ishmael candidate? Eh. I stared at Gregor's dish for a good while. What is this, Gregor?
밀리터리 서바이벌 음식이랄까?
I don't feel like you should have a question mark when someone asks what you're cooking. Do they really eat this in the military?
관리자 양반, 기억 잃었다고 하지 않았어? 언제부터 음식에 대해 그렇게 섬세하게 평가했나?
Just asking, man. Gregor lost his usual calm demeanor and suddenly snapped at me. I looked at Ryoshi serving next. I felt like I was looking at a brand new work of art. As in, I had no idea what it's supposed to be. Ryoshi, just to make sure, you didn't mistake our objective with assassinating the distorted restaurant owner, did you?
닥시. 닥쳐. 시계라네요.
Oh, hey man. Heathcliff and Merceau had caught the owner of Yunbong and put him in a seat of the meat. They just did that, I guess.
He's willing to try chicken.
We started by feeding him Ryoshu's cooking.
뒤틀림의 언어는 해석하기 어렵군요. 반복되는 패턴과 음료를 기반으로 연구해본다면 70시간 이상은 소요될 거예요.
That is fairly impressive.
네? 그때 동안
Hey, Raptor.
치킨을 튀길 수는 없어요.
Wait. I think I can hear his voice in my head. That's convenient.
흥미롭군요. 지금까지 모은 황금가지와 단테 씨 머리와의 공명으로 인한 영향일 수도 있겠어요.
I'm just eating the golden bows. I think I just heard a staggering statement, but the owner's cries are too distracting. I'm gonna ignore what you said, Faust!
저자가 뭐라고 하는 거지?
A funeral procession in my mouth. Is your cooking theme poultry apocalypse, he asks.
좋아. 오늘이야말로 그 시계를 몸통과 분리해주겠어.
I was relaying his refuge. Don't attack the messenger.
사이좋게 보내주마.
자만했군 요슈. 자신감 넘치는 그 태도는 좋았지만 이 숙련된 경험을 따라잡지는 못하지. 자자, 내 차례군. 입 크게 벌리시게나. 이번에야말로 마음을 열고 있는 건가?
He's wondering if it was sludged up from the food waste dumpster outside. Looks like both your dishes failed. The owner's chickens came at us with growls, as if to express their master's anger in full.
What a shock.
I mean, Ryoshu did win, to be fair.
불길 속으로.
틈을 끊어 이제 깨우치시길.
What is it? Do they? Easy direct no damage. Gain coin power. Gain haste. Coin power. Coin power. Hit. Paralyze.
가자.
And the -3 SP explains why like my SP is consistently low in these fights.
좋아.
불길 속으로.
무용하군요.
타오르시게.
가자.
이제 깨우치시길.
Oh, Papa Bungie! He's dancing! Bleed, Tremor, Paralyze, and Tremor Burst. Don't know.
불길 속으로.
Keep clashing! Get that damage buff! Woo!
전수하리.
That wasn't a damage move. Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Rude!
대답하주마.
God, the -32. He is going to fucking panic.
Nah, he's just gonna hit all his abilities is what he's gonna do.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
It's gonna be great. Nothing will go wrong.
타오르시게. 불길 속으로.
무용하군요. 틈을 끊어.
-39. Oh. Zero, zero, zero. You should work on that, Merceau.
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하리.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면.
Big X swing. Ow, 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 ow. Dominating.
막아내지 못하리.
I'm gonna grab dinner. I'll be right back.
Okay.
제가 봤습니다.
이 숫자는 뭐야?
5의 기회 중 2를 소비하였다. 이런 뜻이 아닐까 하오만.
No, it's the rating of the food. I guess each team can prepare another dish then? How does that sound? And just like that, thus began Olympus Company's petite cooking competition.
역할군을 한 명씩 정해보지. 어차피 다 실패할 거지. 홍루 씨는 혹시 뭐 부엌에 들어가 본 적은 있나?
Gregor's not having a good day. Don Quixote is not having a good day.
없었어요. 어렸을 땐 간식 얻어 먹으려고 집 2층에 있던 대식당에 몰래 간 적은 있긴 했죠.
그다음 이상 씨.
며칠 전에 다 같이 유통기한 지난 우유 먹고 혼자만 얼굴 멀쩡했던 놈 아니야?
Don't call it sensual.
아저씨네들은 센슈얼한 냄새였어.
돈키호테. 아까부터 목 상태가 안 좋은 거야?
내게
I
맡겨본
wonder.
어떻소?
She said this with a bashful expression, her hands behind her back.
돈키호테. 이거 꼬맹이들 장난할 시간 아니야.
꼬맹이 아니요. 그리고 저쪽 팀에서는 싱클레어 군한테도 요리 시켜주는데 왜 여기는 안 시켜주는 것이오?
Oh, we're gonna have the Don and Sinclair off.
달기 너무 들쑥날쑥하게 잘렸다. 반듯하게 잘라야지.
Cut them better.
네, 네.
꼬맹이, 이건 너무 삼삼한 거 아니야? 난 좀 더 달짝지근하게 했으면 좋겠어.
달게요? 설탕이 어디 있더라?
파우스트가 보았을 땐 불세기를 더 강하게 해야 한다는 판단이 드는군요.
저건 안 돼. 칼 쓰는 솜씨부터가 글러먹었어.
다들 그러지 말고 직접 거들지 그래요.
확실히 싱클리어 정도면 믿을만 할 것 같네. 도련님 입맛이 적당히 까다로울 거고.
I mean, I guess.
잠깐. 왜 나한텐 아무도 요리해보란 말을 안 하냐? 잘 봐, 내가
I
계란
can
정도는...
cook an egg.
에이, 젠장! 프라이팬이 왜 달궈져 있는 거야? 뜨거워서 뒤질 뻔했네.
Everyone watched as the pan Heathcliff threw hit a wall and broke into pieces. Good throw.
이 식당 최소 140여 일은 청소하지 않은 것 같은 곰팡이 냄새와 잡내가 난다. 차라리 밖에서 요리를 하는 게 위생상 더 안전할 수도 있다.
나도 시켜주시오. 요리.
How dare you mess up our kitchen? You'll wreck it with our wrath for your foul, dude. Just felt like that's what it was saying. It just felt it.
자, 힘내자. 그래.
Gregor's not having a good time. Not at all.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
Oh no, there's new chickens. We have Bungie and Bungie and different Bungie, and they all do different things. Oh no.
불꽃을 벼리겠소.
Chicken cook. What can this one do? Bite and paralyze. That's could be annoying. Just don't lose the clash. Just that simple. Just win. Just always win. If you always win, it doesn't matter what the enemy does. Everything about that one? No! You're supposed to win, Merceau! Not lose every goddamn clash for some reason. I just realized, Merceau, you're also like one of the few members here who are up tied to 3. You should not be doing this bad. I guess this is the game's way of telling me I need to get the better Merceau. I need to get one of his 2 3-stars and not relegate him to the hell that is 2-star, the purgatory.
불길 속으로.
Although I don't think there's a good Merceau skin for what our comp is. To be fair, his current skin doesn't really up the comp at all either. His value more comes from his ego by every boss fights for the binding it does. To be fair, I don't have a comp, I just have damage. Oh, that's a struggling. Well, that's fine. Just win. Just nat 20. Just win. Just not 20 this! No! Man.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리. 무용하군요.
Give him the bash, and the part 2 bash, and the part 3.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리. 과연.
Yeah, getting hit with paralyzed is not good. You got fucked up. How much damage these guys do? I feel like not that much? Huh. Well.
가자.
Oh my god, is that head chicken aka Bungie?
Yeah. Faust got fucked up. I'm not even sure how, cause like she only lost like 1 clash, and then she's like down to fucking lost 140 HP.
Unopposed attacks?
I don't recall her being hit by any unopposed attacks. I can't remember wrong. I don't think she was. Like she lost a clash and got hit by one of them, but then you're dead.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다.
Still 42% damage.
우위를 바로 세우는 데
Good job, Fest.
성공했으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있다.
돈 벌러 가자.
Eh. Can anyone tell me what this food is meant to be?
한수나오. 관리자 나리 초콜릿이라는 거 참 맛있지 않소? 그래서
Don,
그렇지.
Kyoto, you can't just add chocolate to anything.
그리고 난 감자가 싫기 때문에 비슷해 보이는 오렌지를 대신 넣었어.
Okay.
뭐? 누구 마음대로 감자를 빼냐? 이거 어이없는 새끼네.
Okay, but why is the chicken brutally torn to bits?
우리 동네에서는 손으로 닭을 쭉쭉 찢어 먹곤 하였지. 참 별미가 아닐 수 없어.
That's an odd tradition. But go you, I guess. And what's this black thing? Why is a lump of coal in the pan?
이거 가만 보니까 입도 없는 놈이 트심만 잡네. 너 이거 먹어볼 줄이나 아냐?
The chickens rushed at us under the distorted restaurant owner's short yet decisive order. Guys, stop. How are all of you so bad at cooking?
A lack of necessity, I suppose.
I feel like making her do a defense would be good. I don't need to, but I just like for learning for future stuff. Because she could block the attack that's going after her and then block the unopposed one going from her. So
She could, but it's possible she loses her clash because even her skill 3 is only favored against the clash she's currently going for. Is there a reason Marisol couldn't take the clash on his own?
Well, I look at it, I'm gonna assume that because it had him do a unopposed one instead of clashing with it, that he didn't have the speed to match it. Oh. Didn't say his attack was unopposed, not neutral. Apparently he clashed. Apparently it didn't look like it was gonna be a clash, but.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
Dude, the head chicken is a guy.
Head chicken aka Bungie.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나?
They're up to trickery.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
좋아.
빠빠.
끝내.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
흐드러지게.
It's always entertaining to me when I have like the negative coin person like Sinclair, and it's like, oh, he's at negative 30. That's a good thing, I guess.
What are they gonna do? Lower his sanity?
They are doing that.
It just makes him stronger.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시?
Man, potential man could be having such a good time here. He'd always be at, like in the negatives.
Truly, his potential cut short before it could be realized.
Okay, so they announced what the new Ishmael's ID is gonna be. Like I saw that they had a post about what it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Did it look good to you? I don't know what like, you know, none of that really translates to me. It didn't look as good as Faust to me.
Well, nothing is as good as Faust. Faust is one of the strongest IDs in the game.
Well, yeah, but this is a new ID, so like...
Not every ID is power crept.
Ah.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
But like, dude, like, does she look like a good ID?
She seems to be kind of like commander support unit that dips in and out of battle during chain battles, which is very interesting. It's hard to say whether it'll be good or bad until we actually know the coin numbers, but the kit itself has the potential to be very strong. But until we know the coins, it could be complete dog shit, and we just wouldn't know.
He says it's not even worth evaluating since what you said of it scared away his appetite.
주인이 뱉었던 음절수에 비해 너무 해석이 길지 않나?
Bro, Gregor, you should know how different languages work. That can't just be a thing. He's not speaking Korean. He's speaking chicken or something. Hold it. Let me ask you guys this first. Have any of you even tasted this thing? You can't just feed other things you haven't tried yourself. We're trying to please him here.
시계 자식. 오랜만에 맞는 소리를 하는군.
The tension was thicker than when we were preparing for battle.
나를 그런 눈으로 보지 마시오.
이 한 몸 희생해서 세상의 비틀림을 돌려놓을 수만 있다면.
I wish they had an
No one's asking you to do that, Dom.
I wish they had an easy way to see like all the IDs a sinner had, so you could like just, you know, look through for that specific sinner, because that at least for me make it easier for me to like assemble like a theoretical team. Done. Get the shutterized type.
젠장 답답하네. 아무나 좀 먹어보란 말이야.
Heathcliff grabbed a lump out of the serving and shoved it into the nearest person's mouth. I enjoy how, like, Merceau isn't, like, fighting it or something, right?
It's just happening.
Yeah, it's just happening. I like this spatula. Oh! Merceau stood completely still at the unexpected taste test. Is he dead?
이번에 본인은 정말 아무 짓도 하지 않았어. 베르길리우스 나리가 혹여나 책임을 묻는다면.
Merceau turned to Heathcliff very slowly.
뭐?
전반적으로 간이 잘못되었다. 닭고기를 적절하게 익히지 못하여 비린내와 잡내를 잡는 것에 실패했고 소스는 지나치게 걸쭉해서
Merceau, my goat.
닭고기를 너무 들쭉날쭉히 퍼먹냄으로써 사용자의 입맛을 돋구지 못한다.
Why didn't you cook, Merceau? Did they ask him? I forget.
He wasn't asked to.
Oh yeah, he wasn't.
No one asked him to cook.
I forgot if they asked him. Because Gregor was like listing off people, and then Don Quixote said, "I want to do it." I forgot they ever even got to Merceau.
뭐 이거 미쳤어? 말 다 했냐?
아니.
No.
끝이 아니다. 간조합이 너무나 엉망진창. 그걸 먹은 내 입도 진창. 당신은 설탕이.
You have somehow fucked up literally every single part of this. Lacking sugar, you tossed in butter. Look, I'm not a chef. I don't think butter is a substitute for sugar.
미안하오.
이상. 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
변명의 여지가 없군.
잠깐. 쟤 모이씨인 거 아니야?
보통의 사람들은
You asked him to tell you what's wrong with the food.
받아들이지 못하더군. 그러니 지금까진 구태여 길게 이야기하지 않으려 한 것이다. 그리고
그럼 이번에는 메르소 씨가 요리를
Let Merceau
하시면
do
되겠네요.
it. Hung Lu swiftly made a suggestion with a shower of claps to break the frigid tension before his turn to be condemned. Kate, before you can yell at me!
저희가 물심양면으로 도와드릴게요.
나는
I don't want help.
선호하는 편이 아니야.
I don't trust you people to just be help.
걱정 마시오. 실망시키지 않겠어.
Don Quixote bravely exclaimed, rolling up her sleeves.
요리는 내 전문 분야가 아니지만 뜻이 그렇다면 기꺼이 해보겠다.
Let's have a look at Ryoshi's team then. While there was a spectacle occurring on Gregor's team, the air had grown tense among Ryoshi's crew.
하지만 대체 짜면서도 싱거워야 하고 너무 달진 않아야 하지만 달콤해야 하고 너무 익혀서는 안 되지만 적당히 탄 음식은 대체 어떻게 만들어야 하는 건데요?
Sinclair yelled, throwing the apron he had been wearing to the floor.
못 해먹겠어요. 차라리 이스마엘 씨가 말한 것처럼 히스클리프 씨와 팔씨름에서 이기는 게 더 쉬울지도 모르겠네요.
그건 그냥 농담으로.
확률적으로 계산한다면 그건 싱클레어 씨 키가 1대1 안에 5cm 이상이 자랄 수 있다는 것만큼.
Oh, Faust has the height jokes.
조용히 해요. 다 똑같으니까.
고작 그 정도의 충고에도 징징거리는 꼴이라니. 나약하고 한심하군.
그렇게 자신 있으시면 오티스 씨가 직접 해보는 게 어떠세요?
As courageous as his rebuttal was, his eyes were shut tight.
어쩔 수 없군. 비켜서라 패잔병들. 결국 이 몸이 나서야 하는 것인가?
In a series of turbulent events I didn't fully catch, Merceau took up Gregor's culinary antenna and toque blanche. It looks really funny on Merceau's head. The kitchen grew busy as Gregor's sinners moved according to Merceau's orders.
마르소군! 이것 보시오! 귀엽게 별 모양으로 깎아봐!
감자는 정사각형으로 반드시 잘라야 한다. 골고루 익혀야 하기 때문이다.
You fucked it.
거짓말!
정사각형 5cm.
Merceau looked more charismatic than ever with the mantle of head chef upon his shoulders.
알게 뭐야. 닭 요리가 거기서 거기겠지. 그 잃어버린 레시피라는 것도 알고 보면 뭐 정성 한 스푼, 노력 3스푼 반 이런 거 아니었을까?
아, 감자는 이렇게 요리하는 것이었군요.
설마 바삭하게 구워진 채로 수확되는 거라고 생각했냐?
아, 저를 바보 취급하시는군요.
He didn't say, oh, you cook potatoes. He said, oh, this is how it goes. There's a difference, Heathcliff.
때가 되면 무르익은 감자 열매가 나무에서 떨어지는 것 정도는 알고 있어요.
Never mind. Never mind.
농담이에요, 히스클리프 씨. 어? 왜 갑자기 다지기용 방망이를 들고?
감자에 말갛게 꽃이 피었어. 아, 이런 척박한 환경에도 결국
I enjoy how Merceau was like, I don't want any of you to help me. I don't trust any of you to be able to do it. I said, no, we got this. And I went, fine. And they fucked up every single step.
독이 있다는 신호이니 당장 분질러버려야 한다. 돈키호테, 압수하도록.
Confiscate it.
알겠네!
아니 돼요. 탄 것은 탄 것대로 의미가 있어. 사실 탔다는 것은 인간들이 정의하는 허구의 개념일 뿐이고 그 본질은 변한 것이 아닐지도 모르오.
Okay.
고온에 장시간 노출이 되어 거품이 일정색 이상 변질되었고 매캐한 냄새가 나는 걸 탄 것이라고 한다.
I don't care.
Poetry versus dictionary.
I don't care about your poetic bullshit, Yisong.
그리고
You're wrong.
안까지 탔군. 장기적인 섭취를 할 경우 몸에 부정 반응을 일으킬 수 있으므로 버려야 옳다.
섭섭하오.
Merceau became a ruthless chef while Yisong remained mostly They were all Dante, don't sugarcoat it. All of them remained mostly unhelpful. Not just Yisong. Heath was peeling ingredients at a surprisingly brisk pace. Alright, Heathcliff, how are you fucking it though?
말 걸지 마. 집중력 깨지니까. 칼 따위는 사치야. 진정한 가난뱅이는 쇠 숟가락 하나만으로도 모든 감자를 벗겨낼 수 있는 법이니까.
합격이다.
This gets it
비스무리하게
fast.
깎은 것에 노련미가 보인다는 점.
Never mind, Heathcliff, you're doing all right.
아싸!
똑바로 보도록. 재료는 골고루 넣어야 한다. 편식이나 해대니까 키가 안 자라는 거다.
전 아직 성장기란 말이에요. 아마도요.
How old are you? Probably not.
그리고 영양을 불균형하게 섭취하니까 머리가 그렇게 하얗게 새는 거지.
파우스트는 본래
I don't. Yeah, I think Faust has always had white hair.
손이 그렇게 거칠어지게 된 것도 다 편식 때문에 그런 거다.
네? 이건 오랜 뱃일 때문에 그런 거예요.
오티스 씨.
Meanex, what's wrong with me?
정신없게 소리 지르지 마라. 경박스럽다.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니
Like, it'd be cool if I could, you know, like click on here, or rather click here, and then click like a button, and it just show all of the IDs she has, and then I could go through it easier instead of having to go to like dispense and be like, which one of you guys is Faust? Like, oh, white hair, there's Faust. You know.
I see what you mean.
Because especially when they have like this as an option, where it's like, oh yeah, if you know, once you get up charge, you just buy the one. It'd just be cool if there was an easier way to see like which ones I'd want to get. What it doesn't matter for me in any way, shape, or form, because I won't be like at a level that matters. But it'd just be a nice feature to have.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
불가 위야 막아내짐을 바라.
These chickens are like surprisingly good at clashes.
They're strong poultry.
좋아.
타오르시게.
자, 한 건 했고.
불길 속으로.
끝내. 전소하리. 다 죽어라.
그가 봐주마.
타오르시게. 다 죽어라.
I do like this Sinclair's like fucking shoulder check move though. It is fun,
화격검.
especially how much damage it does.
이제 깨우치시길.
Sinclair always in the negative 30s.
화격검.
I feel like it's a hidden buff to not have his skill 3 right now, since like that would like he'd be breaking a lot more often right now if he had it.
불길 속으로.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
제가 봤습니다.
앞에 나선 보람이 있었구려. 그 어느 때보다 뜨겁게 타올랐어. 이 건법도 제법 손에 익은
Chicken
듯하오.
plushie or something. You know, we only have 2 chances left, right, team? How about we start with Mersols, made following the formula to a T. Prepared with pinpoint precision, Mersol's dish looked like a picture in a cookbook come to life. Right, we have something that looks like an actual serving, so that's a good start. Does that be like if it's just like the textbook definition, it would be like a 3 or a 4, right? Hi, potato. After having a taste of Merceau's work, the restaurant owner quietly savored it, contemplating for a while. Thank you, man. Yeah. I had to ruminate on this dish for a long time. It was an excellent serving in all tangible ways. The smell, the taste, the presentation. Yet it didn't have that sort of je ne sais quoi. And that was professionalism as a cook, an ironic smidgen of a blemish within perfection. 1! That's why the dish cannot get a pass, unfortunately.
갑자기 품격 있는 심사위원장이 된 것 같네요.
누가 저 새끼 가면 벗겨봐. 뒤틀렸다는 게 삐뚤어진 정신머리를 뜻하는 걸 수도 있잖아.
인정한다. 그래도 후회 없는 승부였다고 생각한다.
At least the chickens aren't bum rushing us this time. That's nice. With only 1 chance left, Aldous brought her dish to the table. It looks neat. Nothing too fancy, but still simple and clean. What are these couple needles on the dish for, Aldous? They look like clock's hands.
관리자님을 존경하는 마음을 담아 소박하게나마 장식을 해보았습니다.
Oh! I'd give bonus points if I could. If I was a judge, I'd give you bonus points.
I am the bias.
I am biased. Oh! The comment that followed from the owner was too sensational for me to put into words.
우리 이게 뭐니? 왜 머리에 해괴만 쓰고 있는 거야?
Fucking. When I was yelled at by my mother as a child.
엄마 때는 말이야. 별별 일 다 겪어도 어떻게든 사라졌어. 고작 그런 거 가지고 낙담하면 이 험한 세상을 어떻게 살아갈래 정말?
My mother was always like that. Rather than kind and caring words, she would scold me with her nitpicky lectures. She was so particular about chicken, too, rarely touching a piece that anybody else would take in a heartbeat. Running this restaurant, I had forgotten something important.
어머니.
Now's our chance. The distortion or whatever on him is weakening.
이것 보세요. 사장님 앞에 어디론가 향하는 문 같은 것이 생겨났어요.
What a weird reality they live in.
이 안으로 들어가야 하는 걸까요?
대체 OT 요리는 뭐가 달랐던 거야?
진입하지 제군들. 끝장을 보러 간다.
Otis's dish had that maternal disappointment.
Neat. What?
Yep.
What
Mini dungeon.
comp am I? I'm not thinking anymore. I'm not poise. I'm not charge. I only have
Well, you can never go wrong with poise.
I only have 1 fire. I have next.
I would say
to no
just grab
bleed.
the nebulizer from poise.
Because like I don't think any of these are really. All allies gain 4 poise. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh. Because I don't really have a team comp right now, right? It's just like these are good characters.
Not really.
Your burn, your own thing in
Units
Rupture.
that can clash are what you have.
Yep, you're your own thing in Rupture. Your bleed. That's one of every stats effect so far. Your tremor. Rumbun. Your fanatic and burn. I have 2 burns. Ooh. And that's about it. Well, I guess because we're about to go into the dungeon, right? And this is a 6-man, I assume, like a regular mirror dungeon, not 5.
It might still be 5 just because it's early in the canto, in the cantos.
I will buff potential man in case. Wait, can I give him EXP from? I cannot give him EXP from here.
Well, even if it is, you can just leave one slot empty, and then you can have an extra slot for another ID instead.
I'm a fan of this path. What's the fuck?
몸을 풀어두죠.
I just clash well. It'll be nice when I have an actual comp. Why are you working the chicken man?
가자.
끝내.
Yeah, four potency, 4 count points does seem really good.
It's a 20% crit chance.
Mm-hmm. Only lasts for like 4 crits or whatever, but that's enough to like swing the battle.
화격검. 좋아. 흐드러지게.
So far, of all the status effects I've seen, I think my favorite one, it would be either Rupture or Sinking. Because Sinking is just funny if you get enough stacks on someone. Just, no! Negative 45 SP a turn! Go fuck yourself!
대답하주마.
I'm a little shocked, because that's like the 2 most complicated status effects.
Really? You would think Rupture would be fairly simple.
No, because you have to maintain potency and count. Same with sinking. Because every time you hit an enemy, that enemy loses 1 count for both sinking and rupture. But like burn, it only ticks down at the end of the turn. Poise is just a self-buff chance for crit. Charge is a self-buff to empower attacks. Tremor is also very simple. You just put it on the enemy and then burst it to reduce their stagger. And there's another, I think. Bleed is...
Burned by a different name.
No, because
No?
bleed, every time the enemy flips a coin, is when they take damage.
Oh! Huh.
Yeah, bleed is based on flipping coins.
Oh, okay. That's
So if you can actually maintain bleed count, which is difficult, it can get really strong. Because enemies are taking like 20 damage every time they flip a coin. But maintaining it that high is pretty difficult. At least outside of the mirror dungeon. In the mirror dungeon, it just gets really silly.
가자.
Does it wouldn't make me use him because I'd still want to keep the one who's Shao Grip. But does Maracas Sinclair, does he actually do like the maracas dance like that one mini boss does?
Yes, he does. He does shake his little maracas.
A bright spotlight shines on a portion of the noisy area. It seems as though the chickens are attending a ball. That's the tango. Looking at their movements, which might be a dance or a tussle, you know, sauce leaking from one of them. Doesn't seem to be aware of this. Okay. Alert it. Heed me, sauce is leaking from thy body! Don't shout it that loud, you dummy. Notified of its leakage, the chicken quickly ran its wings over its back, or what appeared to be its back. Rather sadly, the knot had loosened on stitching. It doesn't mean it can't do it on its own. Approaching with a trail of sauce dripping behind, it held some thread and needle in its hands, or wings. So does it want you to stitch its back? The chicken hoarding some stitching supplies, pleads of chicky eyes. Someone has to do this. Those eyes cannot be ignored. Ooh. 7 to 19, 6 to 20. I mean, no matter what.
Just a literal coin flip.
Yeah, it's no matter what, they need the coin flip. I was thinking if maybe one of them had, like, slightly better. Ishmael hesitantly stepped forward. Taking the needle and thread, the sinners sat behind the chicken. With awkward but careful hands, they began to stitch the seam with a standard method. Keek. Fortunately, he doesn't seem to feel the pain of the needle. Once sewing is done, it hopped into Ishmael's lap as if to thank them. Keek. Ishmael was pleasantly perplexed. Woo!
Didn't know you were into that, Ishmael.
Bleed. I guess the first skill to deal damage and inflicts bleed by 1/3 of the damage dealt. Alright. Seems decent. You know, not having the potency for it, or counter whatever, is less useful, but, you know, every character just applying 30 bleed or something, not bad. See, he's dead, but he had 30 bleed on him for a second.
좋아.
화격검.
Man, it is truly entertaining seeing the damage difference between, like, Faust and, like, everybody but Yi-song.
이제 깨우치시길.
불꽃을 벼리겠소.
The observation gimmick the game has is a fun callback for like what about Incorporeal?
Observation levels.
Yeah.
They're also like observation entries for basically every enemy.
Oh.
So once you fought them a few times, you can like see, and they're written by the sinners, and you can kind of tell which sinner wrote them just by the way they are written. It's a lot of personality in those.
That's fun. I appreciate how apparent that a lot of care went into this game.
자, 한 건 했고.
Struggling? Oh wait. Ooh, well, you're just gonna have to struggle, my guy.
He won't. He'd win.
He'll win. You'll just pass those like 20% coin flips. I mean, I guess he did. He got a hit off. He did win those, Hunter.
He'd win.
불길 속으로.
Think I'm a liar?
흐드러지게 타오르시게.
가자.
이제 깨우치시길. 무용하군요. 이제 깨우치시길.
Faust just one-tapping people and going, by the way, I'm a tank. League of Legends, baby.
She is not a tank. She just has a lot of HP.
Tank.
This game doesn't have proper tank units, really.
I would say the Hammer Merceau is pretty close to a proper tank.
Yeah, except it's a shit ID that does nothing. So like,
It is pretty close to a proper tank. It being shite doesn't change that fact.
a proper tank is a heavily armored military vehicle that takes a lot of damage and can dish a lot of damage. That Mersault does neither.
가자.
흐드러지게.
불가 위약.
끝내지 타오르시게.
틈을 끊어.
봐주마.
이제 깨우치시길.
다 죽어라.
I must get more ego thingies. I don't care if many of them don't do anything for me. Ego gifts, RNG items of power.
무용하군요.
끝내.
Are crits in this game just double damage, or are they like max roll double damage?
과격검.
Pardon?
Are they just like double damage, or are they like max roll double damage? Since they have
do you mean
damage,
max roll?
well, they have damage ranges on these attacks.
깨우치시길.
No, they do
Oh.
the damage that they say on the coin.
Yeah, so they're like,
Like if you hit someone with a 9 coin attack, like if the coin power is 9 and you hit them with it, it's going to deal 9 damage multiplied by their resistances and their sin affinity weaknesses. There's no actual variance in damage.
it's the pack-a-punch.
And I believe you can read crits. Crits do like, I say 1.5, not double damage.
Okay. Oh, the dispenser's hum fills the air. It knows what we want. We also know what it wants. Oh, little shop. Little shop. Don't apply enough rupture for that to matter. If any skill for sperm potency, it just. And this gives charge. Does charge do anything on its own?
No.
No. Okay, I didn't think so. I can't upgrade here. Give me those poises because I have base poise and I'm sure this will be fine. Turns around damage at random ally. That's pretty good. Or when ally have poise at combat start, critical hits enemy gain 5 poise potency. This works with the nebulizer, yeah?
Yep. Helps actually maintain some poise.
Feel free to take a rest here. If you'd like a chance of meeting, please place that on the desk. Convenience store owner exploring the maze for a dispenser. Ah. Or the nebulizer. Yep.
필두, 출진.
I'm having visions I've never seen before. These must be his memories.
충격을 받아서 부분적으로 기억을 잃어버렸던 장면일 수도 있겠군요.
후, 찾아내기 힘들었어. 특급 비밀 레시피라고 해서 매우 철저하게 숨겨져 있을 줄 알았는데 라면 받침대로 쓰이고 있었을 줄이야.
그건 우리 식당 레시피? 어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
스파이를 파견했다. 최저 시급으로도 1시간 일찍 나와서 오픈 준비를 해줄 아르바이트생이 진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
왜 이런 짓을?
Dude, he has some big fucking arms.
어쩔 수 없어. 본사에서 제시한 만큼의 실적을 못 낸다면 우리 가게는 문을 닫을 수밖에 없다고.
그래도 레시피는 전부 내 머릿속에 있어. 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에 다진 마늘.
소용없어. 개념 소각기에 넣을 생각이거든.
The concept incinerator. Well, that's a thing.
안 돼! 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에.
Could you like write that down again, or would like?
But the concept's been incinerated.
I guess.
그러니까 내가 경고했을 때 일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
설탕 아니 설탕이 맞았나? 아무것도 기억이 안 나.
그 자식 첫인상부터 마음에 들지 않았어. 검내 금포 붙였을 때부터 알아보았지. 개념 소각기에 넣었다면 레시피는 영영 되찾을 수 없다고 봐야겠네.
I mean, we heard the recipe though.
개념 소각기가 뭐?
You think it's just 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of soy sauce? That's the whole fucking recipe?
Yeah.
네?
개념 소각기라 한다면 기술을 영구 소멸할 수 있는 대표적인 기술이요. 이를테면 파우스트 양이 메피스토펠레스를 발명하기 전의 상태로 돌아가는 것이지.
시간이 되돌아가는 건가요?
아니요. 그저 머릿속에서 없던 일이 되어버릴 뿐. 기술과 관련되어 있는 모든 문서, 사진, 아주 작고 작은 부품 조각, 파우스트 양의 기억까지 뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
해당 특이점 소각기 제품의 비용에 따라 효과와 범위가 다르지만요.
Depends on the price.
매운 양념이었는지 간장 양념이었는지 설탕이 주재료였는지 아니면 소금이었는지 아무것도 남지 않아. 심지어 가게를 찾아왔던 수많은 손님들조차도 이제 노력해봤자 아무 소용없어. 모두 헛수고일 뿐이야.
마음부터 물러터졌군. 은봉? 그딴 촌스러운 이름이나 걸고 하니까 장사가 안 되는 거다.
은봉은 우리 어머니 이름인데.
말도
Oh.
본래
Did Ryoshi just say that was harsh?
Maybe.
문제는 알량한 네 마음가짐이다.
Just why are you so eager to start fights?
자, 그 글러먹은 태도를 고쳐주지.
I like his fucking little dancing tests.
Big vibing.
가자.
Send Bungie to Brazil.
타오르시게.
Bonk. Oh, man, I do not. Oh no, it's because we just rested. That's why I don't just score. Dumbing. Ah, it's fine. Just eat it, Sinclair. It's fine. You'll pass the fucking 3 nat 20s in a row, I'm sure.
무용하군요.
Oh, she did it! Good job, Sinclair! Stop matching, thank you. Oh, was it Radia who had it, not Sinclair?
불길 속으로.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
Or just do enough damage to stagger him, he won't hit Sinclair. Just that easy.
Stonks.
Or if he wins the trade, which he did. Just that easy. That's twice that he's won like the really bad trade.
8 billion coin bonk.
And you just like, I am just not generating your resources, am I? Like, it's a hopeless. What is his defense? Like, that'd be fine to do on a hopeless, wouldn't it? Or no?
I mean, you can. You just eat the hit with some shield.
배갚아주마.
Or you'll get staggered and not do the attack. Also a possibility.
깨우치시길.
화격검.
이제 깨우치시길.
We did it.
치킨을 튀기면서 어느샌가 중요한 사실들을 잊고 있었다. 그래, 내가 궁극적으로 만들고 싶었던 치킨은 어머니조차 맛있게 드실 수 있는 그런 치킨이었다. 그 한없이 까다로웠던 입맛까지도 만족시킬 수 있는. 아니, 사실 알고 있었다. 엄마가 치킨을 드시지 않는 건 넉넉지 못했던 우리 집의 사정 때문이었음을. 그래서 우리 집에는 항상 쿠폰이 쌓여 있었다. 10개를 모으면 하나를 공짜로 받을 수 있는. 어머니는 그걸 모으고 또 모아서 당신은 입에도 대지 않을 고작 치킨 한 마리를 먹이기 위해.
응? Oh, the recipe.
피자 쿠폰이었네.
Never mind.
엄마는 치킨보단
I like pizza more than chicken. I'm a pizza restaurant now. Is that back to normal?
좋은 작전이었다.
Easy peasy.
채찍. 군사 작전에서 종종 써먹기도 하는 효과적인 전술 방식이지.
그게 작전이었나요? 그냥 평소처럼 호되게 막말하고 선제 공격을 한 거랑 무슨 차이가?
Hey, Ishmael, give her a little credit, man.
Give a little.
소년만이 눈치챈 기류제. 잘 따라와줬다.
감사합니다, 오티스님.
You almost called him rookie, didn't you?
감사합니다. 덕분에 새 출발을 할 수 있을 것 같아요. 중요한 건 레시피가 아니었어요. 누군가를 위하는 마음. 설사 그 형태가 피자일지라도 정성만 담겨 있다면 손님들은 좋아해 줄 거예요.
Good for you.
어이, 저 치킨집에서 무제한 이용권을 준다고 했단 말이야. 어쩔 거야?
나 지금쯤이면 닭다리를 종류별로 뜯고 있을 줄 알았어.
큰 건 아니지만 이걸 받아주세요.
The owner of Yunbong's gave us a wrapped up box.
가게에 단 하나밖에 없는 귀한 보물입니다.
Okay.
하나밖에 없는 걸 우리가 받아도 되겠는가?
여러분이 아니었다면 식당을 다시 열지도 못했을 테니까 보답이라고 생각해 주세요.
그렇게 해서 뒤틀림도 해결하고 이 보물을 얻게 된 것이오.
For Chili's. What? happened? This was
Don Quixote relaying that the situation is resolved does nothing to assuage his concerns.
어떻소? 깊은 감명에 말을 잇지 못하는 중이요?
우리들은 음봉이네로 향했다네부터 듣지 않았어.
I tuned out at the start of the story. Fair enough.
아예 처음부터 듣지 않은 거였어.
어차피 파우스트가 보고서를 올릴 텐데 못하러 니들의 수다 따위를 들어주고 있어야 하지.
그쪽은 신경 끄고 동키. 우린 빨리 상자를 풀어봐야지. 뭐가 들어있을까나?
Surrounded by sinners full of anticipation, the lid was lifted.
단 하나밖에 없는 마스코트 인형 봉이입니다. 쓸 일이 있지 않을까 하여 만들었는데 이렇게 드리게 되어 기쁘네요. 웃음.
Thanks, man.
아니야. 이럴 리 없어. 인형 배를 갈라보면 뭐라도 들어있지 않을까?
I think that's a heartfelt gift.
It is. He didn't seem like the kind of person to do that.
그 처치곤란해서 우리한테 그냥 처분한 거 아닐까?
그 소각기인가 뭔가에 버리자.
A hand gently tugged at the doll Heathcliff had gripped with ferocious rage.
타로는 이승객 맘에 들어.
대체 어디가 마음에 든다는?
눈 말고는 아무것도
It's
갖고
got
있지
eyes. I
않잖아.
like eyes.
그게 좋아.
그래.
It's nice that it can't talk back.
인형은
He was just like, all right,
버리지 마.
keep it then.
Taran wants it.
것도 없다기에는 팔다리랑 몸통도 있다.
Just like that, the chicken plushie we got instead of free food for life earned its seat on the bus.
네, 동랑 소장. 뒤틀림은 무사히 해결되었습니다. 직접 확인했습니다. 처음엔 조금 믿었지 못해 보였는데 이야기를 나누셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 이제 저들을 데려오겠습니다.
이제 어떡하죠?
전 주어가 빠진 문장을 싫어합니다.
저 식당이 문을 다시 열면 우리 가게에 손님이 빠져나갈 겁니다. 그럼 할당량을 못 채우게 될 거고.
훔친 레시피를 개념 소각기에 넣었을 때부터 살아남을 궁리를 해두셨어야죠. 도둑질을 하려거든 집주인도 못 알아채게 해라. 이 속담도 모르십니까?
I don't think it's a saying, but you do you, man.
그런 건 모르는데
네, 제가 방금 만들어낸 말이거든요. 다음부턴 기억하세요. 그럼 이만 손님들 맞을 준비를 해야 해서요.
And before long, we were dragged into a mess of unprecedented scale.
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
의를 바로
There we
세우는
go.
일조하여서
Hell's Chicken.
내일은
Woo!
Short little story.
Unlocked Dante's notes. Yay!
Now you can read Dante's notes if you want to do that at some point.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is a lot suddenly.
Yes, those are the minis. Hell's Chicken should have one more node that you can do at some point if you want to, just for that EX clear. But it's just a slightly harder version of the dungeon.
Oh, okay. If that's all it is, I'll probably just do that off, unless you want to do it now. I don't know how much more you want to do tonight.
I don't particularly care to watch the harder version of the Hell's Chicken dungeon.
Fair enough. Should I just do mini 1, work my way up, or should I start with Canto 4 and then work my way down?
You would start with mini 1 and then work your way up.
Okay.
We can do the minis, and then maybe that could be a good place to stop.
Okay. Yes.
단테
Mephistopheles doesn't roar and grumble ahead all day long. Mephisto is an engine that needs rest from time to time, much like how Charon is still human who needs regular breaks. Are you still awake? Are you still awake, Miss Faust?
점검할 게 조금 남아서요. 거칠게 써온 만큼 엔진을 쉬게 해주고 있을 때 정비가 필요하답니다.
To substantiate her words, Faust carried light tools and a small mechanical device in place of her usual Zweihander. You're working hard.
이 정도는 고생의 축에도 들지 않는답니다. 오히려 파우스트의 역작에 돌봐줄 시간도 없이 혹사당하는 걸 바라만 보는 편이 더 고생이죠.
That's fair. She said this after making a light smile.
이번 업데이트는 마음에 드시나요?
Do you like this update in particular? Faust looked out at me using a handheld device. Oh, this thing?
네. 평소에는 그렇게 만지작거리시지는 않았던 것 같아서요.
That just reminds me. I know it probably wasn't what they were referencing, but there's a game called Valkyria Chronicles 4 I've been playing. The training for your units is to level them up through like boot camp training essentially, and when you do that, the sergeant goes, "Good job, your troops have leveled up, so to speak."
So to speak.
Because it's supposed to be in universe, but you've leveled up, so to speak.
In a manner of words, you could say that they have leveled up.
It's nothing much. I was just making the most of this new feature I've needed. Whenever Faust requests a break for routine maintenance, my LCB PDA also receives updates. The updates occasionally come with additional functions, and this time...
노트? 이 기능이
You
아직도
didn't
없었던
have a
건가요?
note function until now? It did not, surprisingly enough. You didn't know that? I thought you were omniscient, Faust.
파우스트는 파우스트가 아는 모든 것을 알 뿐이죠. 어디 실례 좀 할게요.
She took a peek at the screen of my tablet.
단테, 백과 사전이라도 만들려는 건가요?
I mean, you keep using words I don't know, stuff like fixers or whatever wings are. I'm just trying to go off of like context clues here, Faust, and figure things out. It's not working well.
It's vibes based.
It's vibes based context. It might be common vocabulary for you all, but not me.
그렇군요. 도시에 관한 기억을 전부 잃었을 테니.
Yep. So I want to write down most stuff here. And copy down the things I've been scribbling on paper while I'm at it. This clock on my shoulders could be replaced with yet another head at any moment. There's no guarantee the memories I have right now will stay with me. That's why I must prepare a backup plan like this, so I don't forget twice.
뭐야?
Without warning, the bus ground to a sudden halt in the back streets.
오늘은 여기서 멈출 거야.
카론, 예정보다 조금 모자란 위치인 것 같은데요.
목표의 15% 정도 모자란 위치다. 이후 일정을 위해서는 적어도 3% 이상의 전진이 이상적이다.
At least 3% farther would be ideal.
카론, 졸려. 훌륭한 버스 기사는 졸음운전.
He's got you there, Mercil.
말아먹겠으니까 갑자기 급브레이크 밟지 말란 말이야. 지금 몇 번째인 줄 알아?
히스클리프 씨가 코를 앞좌석에 박은 게 벌써 4번째이니 이 일도 벌써 4번째일 것이오. 졸리기 시작하자마자 운전대를 벗어나야 합니다. 라디오가
Said
그랬어.
the radio.
맞는 말이긴 하지만 조금 융통성 있게 받아들일 필요도 있는 거 아닌가요?
말하는 사람에 따라서 평범한 말도 이렇게 재치가 있어지는군요.
도련님도 나랑 같은 생각인가 보네. 제일 융통성 없는 사람이 그런 말을 하면 웃기다는 거.
말 다 했어요. 그렇게 따지면 저기 아직도 자기가 전쟁통 장교인 줄 아는 꼰대.
Ishmael pointed to Aldous, whose veins were beginning to stick out on her veteran and placid face. Why do I have to deal with this?
That was the deepest groan we've heard yet.
This is a prime example of the terror of learned fear. It's happened enough to be familiar, but it's still rather intimidating to hear Virgilius send the bus into chilling silence with a single gesture or utterance.
뭐지? 잘들 조잘거렸잖아. 계속 주둥이들 놀리지 그래.
오히려 당신이 깽판 치려고 한숨 쉰 거 아니었나?
개지게 핀 거다. 몸이 찌뿌둥해서 말이야.
뭐?
하는 짓들이 제법 우습군. 종소리만 들으면 침을 흘려대는 개의 꼴이라니. 벌만 있으면 항상 그랬듯 딕한 내 사무실로 오도록 면담할 시간을 만들어줄 테니 파우스터 씨, 나머지 정리를 부탁하지.
네.
Virgilius nonchalantly walked past the sinners and the piercing stairs with Karen at his side, and both stood at the back of the bus.
열려라. 들게.
카론, 참 깨다.
카론도 알아. 어차피 그런 주문으로 여는 거 아니잖아.
그렇지.
While they exchanged corny jokes, the door large enough to fill the backside slowly opened.
벌써 몇 달은 됐는데도 저건 볼 때마다 기분이 묘하단 말이야.
밖에서 보던 것보다 안이 더 넓잖아요. 그쵸?
As the back door opened, a splendid, narrow, deep, spacious hallway revealed itself. An endless corridor that looked to go on forever. Far into this hallway, classy poles demarcate the end of the area we're allowed to traverse, standing in front of unending lines of red lights. Though that place seems comfy, something about it makes eerie feelings creep up.
생각해보니 저것도 날개의 특이점인가? 파우스트 씨, 당신은 알지 않아?
물론 알죠. 하지만 대부분 자세히 말할 수 없다는 것도 알지 않나요, 그레고르 씨?
살갑게도 말할 수 있다고 생각하는데.
여긴 복도다.
맞아요. 복도죠.
아, 그래. 길게 쭉 이어져 있고 방들이 다닥다닥 붙어 있으니 복도긴 복도겠네. 뭐라는 건지. 아휴, 그만두자. 나도 피곤하니까. 단테 씨, 빨리 그거나 해줘.
Gregor's words snapped me out of idly staring down to the edge of the passage. Oh, yeah, right.
단테, 항상 하는 일이라 필요성을 느끼지는 못하겠지만 그래도 관리자의 승인은 중요한 절차입니다. 이해해 주세요.
No need to put it like that, Miss Faust. With that answer, I got up from my seat and stood at the front of the bus, looking at the crew. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners.
감사합니다. 지금부터 변동 가능성을 가진 최대 12시간의 수면비 휴식을 시작합니다. 좋은 밤 되시길.
As soon as Faust finished speaking, the sinners walked along with groans inside. 12 hours of sleep! That is better than some jobs give now.
12 hours off work, which means it's 12 hours on work, 12 hours off work.
That is better than some jobs give now.
That's not saying much, though.
True. As soon as Faust finished speaking, the sinners walked along with groans and sighs.
아이고, 피곤하다.
싱클레어군! 오늘도 체스를 두지 않겠는가?
싫어요. 돈키호테 씨, 질 것 같을 때마다 이상 씨한테 훈수해달라고 하잖아요.
사실과 다르오, 싱클레어군. 그건 내가 악수를 쳐다만 볼 수 없어.
더 나쁘잖아요.
관리자님, 고생하셨습니다. 금일 풀침번은...
Oh, Marceau, thanks for suggesting. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling sleepy today. Then I was suddenly intervened.
관리자님, 항상 말씀드리는 것이지만 피곤하시다면 불침번으로 언제든 저를...
자자, 부관 언니. 들어가서 자자.
관리자님, 근무간 고생하...
Just dragging her back.
자, 가시죠.
Let's get you to bed, old lady.
Ishmael gave me a small nod, then proceeded to draggingly chaperone Aldous through the door of Rania. Then, at last, Faust and I remained.
다행이네요, 단테. 오티스 씨를 밀어넣지 않으면 또 불침번을 양보해달라고 꽤 오랫동안이나 보챘을 테니까요.
Does happen a lot. I commented back as I watched the sinners head into the corridor, one after another. After Radia has entered and closed the door, Ishmael opens the same to get inside. You said the door leads to a different space each time it opens, right?
네. 수감자들이 적절한 정신 상태에만 있다면 본인이 숙박하고 쓸 수 있는 적절한 공간으로 이어지죠.
Lodging, is it? They looked more like jail cells last time I peeked through the window. Still, she must mean it can be used as a personal living space for sleep, showers, self-care, and all that.
그 외에도 궁금한 게 있으신가 보군요.
My clock has no eyes, nose, or mouth, and yet, somehow, it feels as though Faust reads something out of me. Not that she'll tell me how she manages it. You know, just curious about what's over there. I pointed down to the far end of the corridor with my finger. Right to the horizontal depths of the seemingly endless corridor.
수차례 말씀드렸지만 궁금해하지 않는 편이 좋습니다, 단테.
Yeah, but that makes me more curious. As expected, Faust chose to walk into the corridor with a faint sigh instead of a real answer. And yet, just maybe, Faust knew all along. She knows it all, as she likes to say. Maybe she knew that I would learn about what lies beyond in the corridor soon enough. Now, they're putting a lot of, like, fucking foreshadowing of Canto 4.
Canto 4, right.
Yeah. I know. Okay, it comes up later, but, like, you know, the intervelo ended with, like, we're about to be in some of the worst things ever. I'll find out about it sooner, you know, sooner than later. Or now, I guess.
That's now, yeah.
I just read the thing. It happened exactly a week after that fruitless exchange. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners.
감사합니다. 지금부터 변동 가능성을 가진 최대 12시간의 수면비 휴식을 시작합니다. 좋은 밤 되시길.
Faust gives the same instructions as always. In response, sinners groan and stretch like usual. Except this time, one sinner stuck out of that normalcy like a sore thumb.
또 뭐죠? 됐어, 이스. 제가 저렇게 심술나 있는 게 뭐 하루 이틀이야? 히스, 방에 들어가기 전에 꼭 화 풀고 들어가. 매번 네 방에서 천둥 치는 소리가 들려서 밤에 잠을 못 잔단 말이야.
Sinners' rooms, their lodging, personal space, and cell reflect their state of mind, or so I've heard. So, like, Dante doesn't sleep, he just chills out here and just makes sure nothing happens, I guess. Yeah, boring fucking 12 hours every day. Each room's floors, walls, and overall ambience are shaped after the sinner's personality, and the view through the window changes depending on their emotions and mental state. Though, all I've seen were distant glimpses through the window, so I don't have all the details. The room Heathcliff enters would sometimes, actually rather frequently, emit wuthering and stormy sounds. Usually, he'd snap back with a, "Why should I?" or something like that. But he only clicked a stop. I suppose he doesn't feel like arguing. Thanks to that, he stood in the corridor until all the other sinners, save for Faust, went into their rooms, staring down the passage with a frown. Maybe he was relieving stress this way. And that, right there, is where the incident began.
뭐라? 야, 지금 보니까 저 멀리에도 문이 잔뜩 있는데.
Heathcliff pointed in the same exact direction I did a week ago. Those doorways were beyond the no trespassing line, blocking the way.
히스클리프, 필요 이상으로 복도를 걷진 않는 게 좋습니다.
그렇게 말하니까 굉장히 수상한데.
수상할 것은 아무것도 없습니다. 파우스트의 말을 듣는 편이 좋습니다.
뭐, 금은 보아라도 숨겨놨나?
Faust's secretive attitude was enough to rouse his curiosity.
히스클리프, 하지 마세요. 후회할 겁니다.
모르던 사이에 많이 감정적으로 변했네, 똑똑 박사씨. 마치 진짜 뭘 숨겨놨다는 듯이 말이야!
He sprinted in the dark before we could stop him. What's in there? Just as I was about to ask, Faust, an obvious thing to be concerned over. Heathcliff's sharp scream echoed from the unlit area far into the corridor.
단테, 지금부터 제 왼손을 잡고 저를 따라서 달리세요.
Okay.
제 시간 안에 끌고 나오려면 저 혼자로는 부족해요. 저도 삼켜줄 수 있으니까요.
Before I could process what she meant, Faust ran off in the direction Heathcliff disappeared. Ah, shuckaroonies!
Aw, shuckaroonies.
As we crossed the line and proceeded deeper in the corridor, we came across a three-way crossroads. I think I heard screams coming from the middle? However, without a moment's hesitation, Faust darted for the left aisle. Faust, I know you're in a hurry, but are you sure this is the right way? I could have sworn I heard his voice coming from the center path.
알아요.
Without elaborating further, Faust continued running. At another fork we encountered, Faust chose the right path. Right afterwards, she entered the 5th door on the left side of that hallway. What is this? As I entered, another hall came into view. Its end was like a cliff. To be more precise, I felt some kind of gravitational pull trying to get me to fall to the end of the hallway. Heathcliff! Then I saw him. He crawled toward us with all his might from the middle of the hallway, as if he might fall the moment he lets go.
뭐야, 이것들은 여기는.
Even though I couldn't see much of the dark behind him, I definitely felt some presence in it. Faust, what's over?
단테, 열린 이 문의 손잡이를 꼭 잡으세요. 제 손도 꽉 잡으시고요.
Holding my hand securely, she gradually approaches Heathcliff. This hallway isn't tilted or anything, is it? Why does it feel like we're hanging off a cliff?
그야, 복도니까요. 단테, 손을 놓치면 안 돼요.
Reminding me to hold fast, Faust extended her other arm while holding her Zweihander.
히스클리프, 이걸 잡으세요.
Grab my sword!
미쳤냐? 그 커다란 칼날을 쥐면 손이 잘려나가잖아.
손이 깊게 베이는 것으로 끝나는 게 나을 텐데요.
Baffled, Heathcliff looked at the sword and then the darkness behind him.
단테, 당기세요. 힘껏.
Got it. As we pulled Heathcliff up. No, I'm not sure if it's even right to say that we pulled him up, but nevertheless, Faust hoisted his unconscious body by the legs and started rushing, saying that we need to return the way we came. Following her lead, I supported his arms and trailed behind, keeping his head from dragging along the floor. After burning some time,
더 깊은 곳에서 방향을 잃기 전에 이렇게 돼요. 차라리 다행이라고 할까요? 단테, 시계를 돌려줘야겠습니다.
Heathcliff's gonna be okay, right?
정신적인 피해가 심할 겁니다. 이대로 미쳐버리면 업무에 지장이 크겠네요.
I didn't have a choice.
수고했습니다, 단테. 얼마 없는 휴식 시간이 줄어든 건 안타깝다고 생각하지만
Faust, just what's in there? Where does it lead? Can't you tell me at this point? I've seen that stuff now. It was only natural that I want to know what resides there, and what was chasing Heathcliff. Moreover, why did it never show itself to us, and why did it vanish instead of chasing him any further? These questions were driving me crazy, but alas.
처음에 말했듯 파우스트는 말할 수 있는 것이 한정되어 있답니다.
Yep, honestly didn't expect much.
복도, 알모사.
Yoshi muttered with a cigarette in her mouth, walking past us both. She must have left her room while we were out on our rescue mission.
하지만
Faust proceeded as if not a soul had just walked by, as if nothing was just said. Ah,
버스 부서에 갑작스런 공석이 생길 뻔한 걸 막아주셨으니 보상은 아니지만 하나 정도는 알려두는 것도 후일을 위해 나쁘지 않겠다고 생각합니다.
Ooh, let me hear it. The unexpected boon had me rubbing my hands together. Right, what will she tell me now?
단테, 처음 가는 길을 찾을 때 당신은 어떻게 할 건가요?
Huh? I mean, you use a map, obviously.
그렇죠. 그리고 지도가 없더라도 머릿속에 지도와 같은 표상이 생길 테고요. 그렇다면 지도 안에는 확실한 시작점과 도착점이 존재하겠군요. 돌아올 때는 그걸 더듬으며 거슬러 올라오겠죠.
It's so obvious, I don't need to verbally answer. I just nodded along.
대답이 되었겠죠.
Huh?
그러니 복도에서는 특히 문을 열 때는 시작점을 기억하세요.
Flabbergasted by the abrupt end, I blurted.
자, 파우스트는 이제 피곤하답니다. 그럼.
He walked through the door before I could say something, leaving me with a riddle. Of course it'd go like this. I sighed out of frustration, but not a breath of air is expelled from my pitiful clock. Still, left powerless. All I can do is boot up this electronic notebook and piece together what little information I have collected.
Alas.
Alas.
Fun little adventure in the fucking hell pit of the back of the bus.
Yeah. Alright. So that's where we're ending for tonight. So
I believe so.
I would like to thank you for coming tonight, Jim. Thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll see you for next one. Have a good